So welcome back, my dear students. Welcome back, my dear students. This is your teacher, Dr. Usama Kashwa, and this is another lecture in sampling, in the sampling process. So in the sampling process, these are some examples or the ways we are using the different types of sampling we use. So the first type is simple random sampling. Simple random sampling. The names of all the 1,000 children as example. So the example or names of all the 1,000 children are placed into a computer database. The computer is then instructed to randomly select 100 names. 100 names out of 1,000 names means like the sample will be 10% of the total population. These children are their parents and their parents are then contacted. So I will take a sample, 100 students out of 1,000 students. And computer is the one who will determine which one we will choose. As example, the first one, the 7-1, the 9-1, and so on. The advantage of the simple random sampling is that it represents the population. It represents the population, it's true. But its disadvantage or its limitation that it may be difficult to obtain the least. So sometimes if the population is very big or very large, or you're studying something on the whole country or whatever, then in that case, the population size would be very big, very large. That time is very difficult to have a list with all the names of the population. But since it's like around 1,000, yeah, we can have 1,000 name, no problem. But still, there is a problem that the disadvantage of this method of sampling is that it might be difficult to obtain the list, may be expensive as well to do this. So those are the two things which make it the simple or the sample random sampling, the simple random sampling makes it, in this, no need for the word simply, random sampling directly, the random sampling make it difficult because it's very hard to get the names of the whole list of the population, to get the name of the list of the population. The second type here is stratified random sampling. What is the stratified random sampling? It's also a random sampling, but stratified into categories. Like here, the names of 1,000 children are placed into a computer database and organized by grade, as example, 6 or 7 or 8. The computer then instructed to randomly select 35 names from each of the three grades. So I will take 35 students from grade 6. I will take 35 students from grade 7. I will take 35 students from grade 8. Names from each of the three grades. These children and their parents are then contacted. So I have the sample. Within the sample itself, inside the sample, I will start to choose inside the sample, divide them into categories. Like as example, students in grade 6, students in grade 7, students in grade 8. The advantage of this method, the stratified, is that it is representative for the population. But one of its drawbacks, it may be difficult to obtain the least, may be more expensive as well. So it's like the random sampling. It's the same thing, like the same problems, that it's difficult to get the list of the names, and it might be expensive as well. Okay. The third type of samplings are the convenience samplings. Convenience samplings, here the researchers knows one of the middle schools as example, teachers, and the teacher volunteers her 35 students for the study. The children and their parents are then connected. It's very easy because here you don't do random process or probability process. Look at this, the researcher knows one of the middle school teachers. He know him. And he tell him, please provide me with the names which I want to make a sampling. Then he said, I will propose for you 35 students, and we are done. And the teacher volunteers her 35 students for the study. These children and their parents are then contacted. It's simple and easy and convenient, and no complete members list is needed. You don't need here in the convenience sampling to make a list with the students' names. No need for it, absolutely. You will go ahead directly without making a list with the students' names. May not be representatives of the population also, because you didn't make it a probability distribution based on the giving every element of the population and every sample unit. You didn't give every sample unit an equal chance. You choose already 35, but you didn't choose them based on random choose. So it might not be representative for the population. By other meaning, you said take the students, those students. Those students might represent the population or might not represent it. You are not quite sure of this because it didn't depend on the probability distribution or the equal chance for each sample unit to represent the whole population or to be chosen. You didn't give them the chance for equal probability choose for the sample units. That was for the 4 types of the sampling. And I will go now for a question about the sampling. And we will say, discuss the sampling methods refer to pros and cons or advantages and disadvantages of each, and discuss the advantage and disadvantages of each. Discuss the sampling method, refer to advantages and disadvantages of each of these methods. So this is the question here in this part. I wish I could get your answer, guys. I'll be here like around 5 minutes to answer this question. Discuss sampling methods and refer to the advantages and disadvantages of each of these sampling methods. So that is the points now. We'll wait here like around 5 minutes to get the answers back. Just a quick reminder. We talk about today about 4 types of sampling. The first one is the simple random sampling or random sampling. We will choose as example, we have 100, the population is 1,100 children. We put them in a database. The computer is then instructed to randomly select 100 names. So the computer will choose 100 names from them. These children and their parents will be contacted. The advantages, it represents the population, but the problem is that it's very difficult to have the whole list and it might be expensive. The second one is stratified random sampling. Yes, we have the population 1,000 students, but we will divide them into 3 categories: grade 6, grade 7, grade 8. And from each grade, we will take 35 students. Actually, this represents the population, yeah? It's good to represent the population. Then from each category, these children and their parents are contacted. But it's still that may be difficult to obtain the list also and expensive. So it's like the random sampling. It might be expensive and might cost as well. The third one is the convenient sampling. Here, the teacher knows, the researcher knows the teacher, and the teacher told him, okay, here are 35 students, take the 35 students and make the sampling process on them. The problem here, because it's not random sampling, depends on the probability distribution and the equal chance for each sample unit to represent or to be chosen. Here, it's though it's convenient, but it may not represent the population as it's supposed to be. The fourth one is the quota sampling. What about the quota sampling? Quota sampling using middle school directory. The researchers select the first 26 grade boys, the first 26 grade girls, and the first 27th grade boys, and the first 27 grade girls, and the first 28 grade boys, and the first 28 grade girls. These children and their parents are contacted. So this is, we call it quota sampling. Quota means I will take a quota from each one. From each one, I will take a quota. Again, we'll say, using the middle school directory, the researcher selects first 20 students out of grade 6, okay, boys, and 20 from grade 6. The first 7 grade, he will take boys, he will take 20, and he will take also from that grade 20 for the girls. Then they will be contacted, the parents will be contacted to come and get their kids with them for the sampling. Simple, easy, convenient, simple, easy, very convenient. No complete list is required. The list is not required here in the quota sampling. But it may not be representative also for the population. It might be also not representative for the population. Again, I would say the quota using the middle school directory as example, the researcher selects the first 20 students, boys, and the first 20 students, girls of grade 6. Then first 20 students, boys, and first 20 students, girls from grade 7. First 20 students, boys, and first 20 students, girls from grade 8. It's very simple, very easy. This is advantages, very convenient. No complete number is needed, but it may not be representative for the whole population. That is regarding the quotas. We've talked today about the 4 types: random sampling, simple random sampling, stratified random sampling, convenience sampling, and quota sampling. And those are the 4 types of sampling. Shall see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.